Welcome back. Today we're working on Project TDI once again. We'll be deleting the swirl flaps off this bad boy, and we're going to be adding a cold air intake. Stay tuned. So we're going to be taking this out since it has the swirl flaps. Right now I have the P2015 air for the swirl flap actuator. I did do the quick fix that they sell for it, but that didn't resolve the issue. I don't see a need to keep the swirl flaps, and not only that, the last thing I want is the flaps to break and entail us taking out the entire intake system. And we're going to be removing the intake. But there's a lot of other things we have to take apart in order to get this off, but it should be relatively simple. If you already have a CGAA engine and it's deleted, this should not be an issue for you. So we got a Volkswagen Jetta intake from FCPEuro. I'll leave a link in the description of where you can purchase it. So it turns out the Volkswagen Jetta, I can't remember which specific engine it is, but it's essentially the same as our CGAA. Because they have AdBlue in their engine, they do not have swirl flaps. So we're going to be swapping out our intake with the Jetta one that doesn't have it, which makes this 10 times easier. This is what the intake looks like. As you can see, we do not have flaps here. In ours, we would have the flaps here, and then we have the sensor and the actuator right here. Nice thing is this is brand new from FCPEuro. We have new gaskets and everything in here, so we don't have to worry about cleaning this or anything. It's literally just stick it in the car and then tune it out. And then for fun, we got a new cold air intake from Darkside, the same company we deleted the car with. So it has their branding on it, which I really am a big fan of. The pipe itself, you can get different colors from Darkside, so that's why I went with them. So, because my TDI is in the deep sea pearl blue color, figured the navy blue, or I guess you could call this electric blue, would be a great fit. Since we have to take out the intake in order to do the swirl flaps, might as well put a cold air intake. The only thing is, Darkside Development's air intake kit for the CGA engines does not come with a heat shield. It does come with a little bracket to hold it in place. I'm personally not a fan of that. I just don't think aesthetically that would look nice. Downside, if you decide to buy this and you want the heat shield, I would probably buy directly from ProRam. I had to buy this one secondhand on eBay. They sell this on AliExpress, but the problem is it's $50. Yeah, not a big deal, but they want $50 shipping. I can't remember what it was. It total came out to like $120. I'm not spending that much on aluminum. So just keep that in mind if you decide to do a cold air from Darkside. You will not get this. First things first, we're going to remove the intake system. Now we gotta take this out. I'm gonna be putting cold air intake. Here there's two little clips. You can just squeeze those and this will come out. The T15 screw there. And you should have one on that side too, but I don't have it. So now it's time to work on this. We're gonna go ahead and remove all this. If you watched my other videos before, you already know what this entails. So first we need to remove the actuator. 3 230 bolts. This right here is that quick 2015 fix for the actuator spring. So if you're servicing this and you never did that, you're not going to have this. It's just these 3. And now we have the actuator separated. These TDIs get old, these actuators tend to weaken over time, and this little arm would go too far. So the solution is they sell these quick fixes that prevent the arm from going too far. It didn't work in my case, and it's better just to remove the whole thing. Alright, so now we're going to remove the glow plug connectors. Remove the fuel pressure sensor. One more sensor here. I got this in the way, so we're going to remove the other stuff. Got a 10 mil. T30. On mine I have a Phillips. Oh, looks like we got one more T30 right here. Alright, so we got this out of the way. T30 here. Now we got to tackle all the ones that are in the back. As you can see, they're hidden back there. But these are all T30s. Pick up some these, but this is going to make it a lot easier because my Wera extension bit will not fit in between this. Taking this off, please have one of these. You need it to be skinny like this one is. We can go ahead and move these out of the way. Now we can move this away. So it's not the worst. We're just going to clean this up a little bit. And now we reassemble with the new one that doesn't have swirl flaps. In there, we're going to just drop the bolts in there, the rear ones, that way it's a little bit easier to. So you're supposed to torque this to 70 inch-pounds. We need the bracket from the old one, so we're going to go ahead and remove that. It's going to be a 10 millimeter. Alright, so we're going to go and put this on the new one. And we'll put this nut back on the return line. We can go ahead and plug all these sensors back. Make sure they're all the way in and not just sitting in there. So we need the MAF sensor from the old one. Now, because I broke mine, I'm gonna have to use some electrical tape. And sit there. The last bit you saw of me putting the intake might have been a little bit confusing. I had to go off camera to kind of fiddle with the heat shield because it wasn't fitting right. But I was able to get it to fit well. Now, as you can see, it's sitting nicely. I even got a bag for the filter because of the pollen. And then as you can see, we got the intake manifold sitting nicely. Everything's situated. And then for the old sensor, we just capped it off and left it there. That is pretty much it. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, thank you. And if you'd like to see more of this car, I will continue to make more videos about this specific car. I do have a video coming out soon with a decat and like just some basic general maintenance as well. So yeah, have a good one.